Hey, how you doing? So, I was thinking, which formula in Excel have I used the most in my long years in admin, management, finance, debtors, creditors, all these good jobs a person can get. And I remembered the VLOOKUP. It's been the utmost useful formula that I needed. Some days I would end up using the formula 10, 20 times. And then it's normally for once offs, just to find some. And I've also come to realize most people don't know how to use it properly, especially youngsters. And then I thought to myself, I should probably start teaching this a bit. Because the videos out there, they're great. I love them. They've helped me. But they're too serious. It's just not me. So let's get into it. Let me just switch over quickly here. And I've prepared a little spreadsheet here for us, which we can use. And I'll put it in the description so that you can actually download this file if you want to follow along. And we have a fire going. So let's get to it. So basically, what is VLOOKUP? So in my mind, it stands for a vertical. The V stands for vertical, up and down, and a lookup, right? So you're looking for something up and down. So that sounds pretty straightforward. So what the formula looks like, and don't get scared of the formula. I'm going to explain it now. It's an equal sign, VLOOKUP, open and close bracket. That's basically the formula. And now let us look at the inside of the formula. So if you see at the top bar here, VLOOKUP, and it says lookup value, right? You can see it goes bold when I hover over it. It's like, okay, what value do you want to look up? Okay, simple enough. Next step, table array. So this one is where it's looking up. Column index is which column. And then range lookup, for most purposes, just remember, make that 0. It's false. You don't need it. Just trust me. You won't need it. I can give you an example of where to use it, but I've never needed to use it. Okay. So here, let's go through this example here. Very, very easy example. We've got product codes here, got an item name, and we've got a in stock, yes or no. So say we only have the product codes and we want to know, is this product code in stock, yes or no? That's what we want, but we don't want to go and look through this list. Maybe this list is 1,000 lines long. Okay. So then all we do is we create our formula, right? We say, okay, I want to VLOOKUP. Now I want to VLOOKUP I3, which is this value I put in here. And I want to look that up in this range that you select here. And you want to say, okay, which column must it return? And we say column 3. So how you count the columns is 1, 2, 3. So the start column you're starting with, second one, third one. And we want that one to come back. And at the end, you can put false or you can put 0. It means the same thing in Excel. Hit enter. There we go. So now it's saying P005. That's our input. Now output here by the formula. Here's the formula. It's saying no. So if we look in here, P005, which is there, no. So let's try P004. So we can make this P004. Boom, changes to yes. So that's pretty nifty, right? So you get that. So let's write this formula over here. Say, I want to do it like this. VLOOKUP, open bracket. So now we say, okay, I want to look up this value. So you click on it, hit the comma button. You say, look it up in here. So you can select it like this. I actually prefer to select columns for VLOOKUPs like this. So if you click on the top one and you drag across, it actually selects everything all the way down. You see the formula becomes simpler. It just says from C to E. Where if we do this, now it will say C3 to E11. That's like, no, let's just do that. Hit the comma again. Column index, we wanted to return column 3. And we'll just say a comma again. And last one, just make it a 0. You'll see it says yes. Now we can be clever and we can say, okay, so if I change this column number to number 2, which is this column here, you see I've numbered it pretty nicely there. 2, enter. Oh, now it's returning juice. That's pretty cool, eh? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think what's important to note is where you start with your search, because obviously if you change this to say start by B, you go like that, now it won't work, because it will always look for the value you're saying it must look for in the first column. Okay, so let's just make that a C, and it's working again. Our second example, multi-output. So basically what this means is, you're going to create 2 formulas for VLOOKUP. So the exact same thing, we have a similar set of data. We have our input, we're going to say 101, which is this Riley, number 39. And we've got our formula in there. So it's bringing back Riley over here. And it's bringing back 39 there. Very easy to do because all you change the formula is the one you said, bring back column 2. Last one you said, bring back column 3. Very simple. That's multi-output, right? How can I get more than one output from VLOOKUP? So how can we use more than one input? Step 1. Search. We're going to create our formula a bit different, right? So I have a lot of stuff in here. So what I'm doing here is a little bit more complex, but you'll get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, I know what I want to do, right? I want to search for apples. I want to search for the small apples. And I want to specify which column it must return. And then I want my output. So all I got to do is reference all these things back. So I'm telling it, look up this value, which is L3 and L4, right? So it's looking L3 and 4. So it's looking for apples and small at the same time. And it's looking for it from F to G, which is F to G. You'll see we've been clever here in column F here. We said this is a combined column. So we said make this carrots and medium together as one. So now if I write carrots medium, it's going to find it. And then it's going to bring back column L5. But L5, we said it's column 2. So it's bringing back the second column, this one, so that we get our price. I think that makes sense. So say we change it to fish, it should bring back 67. We'll be on small fish. Yes, there we go, 67. Next one. And I like this one. This is for when you're doing sheets other people are going to use, and you want them to select specific names. Very useful. So here we got customers, city, user, email, and balances or whatever you need. So we're going to want our drop-down input and then our output. So just for fun, we made 3 outputs here. So we're going to choose a name, customer name, and it's going to bring us back everything, the city, the email, and the balance. But we made this a drop-down. So now I don't have to type the name, I select the name, which is super simple to do. How you do this is you select your cell where you want to have your drop-down. Go data, filter, well, not filter, data tools. You'll see this little thing here, data validation. So choose data validation and ignore everything just by allow, click and select list. Boom, it's going to pop up. Then here where it says source, you'll see a blank block. Just hit that little up arrow, boop, and then tell it where's the names you want in this list. So these are the names we want in the list. We select them. Boom, hit the down arrow. Boom, hit OK. And guess what? Boom, drop down. Easy peasy. And we simply made that what we want to find. And we start over there. Very easy. This is very cool. Then I tend to use this most. So now we go to references to other sheets. So basically what this gets used for is, well, I tend to use it mostly. This is why I use VLOOKUP most and for the most useful stuff. So say I have an order list, this order list here. So I have my order ID and my customer and my product quantity. So I have my order list here, right? With my orders, with the quantity of products. But I need to know the price of the product, which is on a separate list. And the two lists are not in the same order. They have different numbers. It's a mess. Sorting it and pasting it in here is not going to suffice. So how you would do this is quite cool. Because now you can use dragging down of a formula with the VLOOKUP and it will work for each line. So see, look at this. So we go VLOOKUP and I want to find the order number, the order ID in this list. But I want to look for it on another list. So this can be on another spreadsheet, doesn't matter. Then you'll just switch over to the other spreadsheet and you can still select it. I'm just going to keep it here for simple. So here's our order ID on the other sheet. So I want to find it here and I will drag across to where my price is. I'm going to ignore the code. I don't need the code. I don't want the code. Because the code is not on the other list. Then we hit comma. And we're going to say which column must it bring back. We want the price. So not column 1, column 2. So we say 2. And for the last one, always 0. Hit enter. So there we go. So it's saying for this order ID, which is somewhere in this list. Are we going to look for it? No. It says 141, right? Now the cool thing now is, if I drag this formula down, it's going to change the C4 here, this order, to that one. So see this. We go to the bottom corner there, double tap. Boom. There's all our prices. And you basically put in your price and you have a full list of everything you need. Okay, so remember that one if you need it. Next is find variances. Again, this is something I use a lot. So we have lists, a data set, you can say, with orders on it. It has prices on it and such, but I have another list. And on this list, there's differences to the previous list, and I need to identify those differences. So how do I find those differences without going through everything? So let me show you this thing. So we're going to do the same thing, right? So we want to find the order ID, right? VLOOKUP, C4, our order number there. Hit comma. Where do we want to look it up? In the other table. We select the other table. Hit comma again. Which column? Column 2. And a 0. So it's doing the same thing we did before, right? There it works. You see, our price is our price. Go down. Now we're looking for mistakes. How do we identify the mistakes? And you probably noticed, boom, big problem here. But all this now means is this order is not on your other list. Now you know, not on the list. So it might be an issue, might not be an issue, you'll know. And then you'll scroll down, you'll see, okay, just those two, it's not on the list. Now the question is, someone told you there's problems with the prices not being the same. Okay, so how do we find that? So let's just go here and we say, okay, let's do that one minus that one. Drop it down. Again, those two not found, obviously. And then there we see, oh, there's a difference. So now we can see here's a price difference. And then here's another price difference. And there's another price difference. And that's pretty cool. Now you can do a couple of things here. We can change this to if formula, but we're not changing if formulas now, so that will stand out a lot more. So we'll just leave it like this. Another little cool trick you can do is just put the comma. And boom, very easy. Now there's no zeros in that stands out. So that's pretty nifty, and that is how we use VLOOKUP. If you have any questions, please ask. If any examples or sheet you're struggling with, let me know. Pop it through to me. I'll crack it up on a video and show you how to do it. And I think let's quickly just get back to this fire because it died. It's wet wood. Don't use wet wood. And there we go, fire cracking again. So let me know what you all think. I think this is my first proper recording of an Excel training session. I want to know if you guys enjoyed it or not. Right now, I don't want to go into any more details. I think this is simple enough. This is the most basic way you use it. You won't really need anything more advanced for most purposes. And just remember, you don't need these column numbers here. I just put it there as a reference. And it is sometimes useful to put it in. So say, for instance, actually, because most data sets aren't this small at all, right? They're obviously bigger. So if we go like this, let's say we have a much bigger data set, which often happens. It often happens. So say you're looking something like this, right? Let's go all the way to the end there. So say you have a massive data set like this, and you want to find this product code, but you want to return the freaking price at the end. Now you got to count all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to like 20 or whatever it is. So there's two ways. You can start here. You can say, okay, I want to start here, but I don't want to count manually. I want to go all the way there. Just know, okay, that's 21, right? Or another little trick I like to use is, I'm not going to save this data set. I just want to VLOOKUP to it. So all I do is I say, okay, I want to search by this number. They wanted to output this one. Then I'll just cut it, paste it in there. Now I can just select this and I'll know it's number 2. That's like most obvious. But that's it. I hope everybody enjoyed. It was fun for me. I enjoyed this idea. I like it. Let me know if you guys like it. I'll do it again. All right. Cheers. Still next time. Wait. Next week, same time. That's it.